Hello and good morning. It's August the 31st, the last day of the month, and we're going to discuss my trading plan for today. I think there's an issue with TradingView today because I've rebooted it in my machine and I've reloaded and closed down loads of windows in TradingView, but it's really slow and sluggish. Everything else seems to be okay, so hopefully we should be okay for today. Basically the levels I'm looking at are similar to yesterday. We've already hit this daily 45.38, 45.40 area, which was looking for a short on that yesterday, and potentially I've added a new level from yesterday, which is this 45.31 area, which is where we're coming into right now for a continuation of this trend, of this upward trend. So I'm looking to currently get in long at 45.31, 45.32 area, but with confirmation, so I'm going to be looking for a reversal candle or a series of reversal candles, maybe before market opens as well. Give me 2 seconds. I'm back again. Sorry about that. That was one of my staff members. It was his last day today. I just wanted to say goodbye. So I'm watching for a retest of the pre-market highs, basically, which is this area here. Let's see if I can zoom in. It's all very slow though. Here we go. So it will be we're kind of pushing through at the moment, so probably between 45.31 through to 45.28 area. That's the area I'm watching. We had numbers earlier as well. We saw a bit of push up and a push down as well. So looking at a higher probability bounce. We've got this daily area, this solid yellow line's a daily area, 44.86 to 44.81. So I'll probably be watching this area for a bounce. But a couple of days ago we just went straight through it. I was expecting it to reject, but it didn't. So that'd be with confirmation. And potentially we've got this 50 moving average going up as well. So we could be looking for a potential bounce around this level, which is yesterday's the post-market high from from Wednesday. So these are higher risk bounces. So high risk bounce at 45.14, but you will have the moving average there, the 50, and obviously the area we're in now. I'm looking for a trend play basically. If we are to reject, see if I can get it out a bit further. So we've got this area as well on the hourly. That's so slow. So potentially we've got this area here, which is 45.60 as a potential rejection area, and obviously we've got this area we're looking at, which we're in right now, which is already rejected. So again, that could be a high risk rejection. We could potentially be putting in that shoulder, the head, and maybe another shoulder for a leg down. But you know, I want to try and go with the trend more, because I spend most of my days trying to short an uptrend or go long on a downtrend, and I'm just picking up for like these little tiny moves here, and you know, that little tiny move here maybe, but the uptrend is putting in these really big moves. This move here, this move here, this move here, potentially this move here, and so I'm fighting, I'm scrapping over like a 10% market move, when I really want to be fighting or just getting in a nice easy 80% market moves. So that's what I'm trying to look for more now. So for the next bounce area, we'll be watching this area here, because it's this high area there, and it's like a daily level as well. So that's what I'm really, that's 44.81 to 44.86 is the preferred area I want to get in. I'll probably have a limit order setting up around here, and if we pull down, you know, potentially we are looking at this as a head and shoulders pattern, so we'll bear that in mind as well. You know, we haven't put in the head yet, so we don't know really, it's just an idea. And we've got this little potential head and shoulders pattern here as well, but again, we won't know until it forms the right hand shoulder. And that's that really. So higher probability bounce 44.81, higher probability rejection is this area here 45.60, and then these levels between are going to be higher risk, so potentially that could be a higher risk rejection, like a little double top we could put in there. But again, I'm only going to go with confirmation. And look, right now in the 5 minute we're putting in a bottom tail, so potentially this is confirmation of the let's go to the 5. It might take ages to load. Yeah, here we go. Slow, not very good. So maybe a long position could be 45.31, the number we said would be the breakout of that candle. So something to keep an eye on. I'm watching. Basically it's retested that area, but it's come through it now, so it's got to be with confirmation. Okay, so that's those levels for MES. So there's not really much on, because we've had such big moves up over the last few days. It's hard trying to find a decent hourly area of resistance or support. Oh, gotta wait again. Other than the areas we've already discussed. Okay, so SPY. Similar to the ES, we've got a rejection area here, and it's gone through that area, but we've got this big area, this volume point of control at 456 area, so potentially this area is a big rejection area. And so if we get up to 456 on the SPY, it might be worth looking for a rejection. So that's a higher probability rejection. Both 451.72 and 452.50 are higher risk rejections, but it's also an area of confluence as well, because we've got the bottoms there, bottoms here, and the tops over here, and we've already gone through it really, so potentially it could be a poke through, might just be poking through for rejection down. We have to go with the trend really, and we're still in this uptrend, as you can see, putting in higher highs, higher lows, so we want to continue that trend until we're not in it. Okay, so higher probability bounce areas will be these areas marked down here, 434, 436, and potentially this is now a demand area, and potentially this area 445.06, so 445 basically from 446, that area there. So that's the SPY areas. Notice how I've not put many rejection levels in, because You know, I don't want to bias myself. I really want to go with the trend. Qs. So we've got this area here at 320 as a possible bounce area. So it's coming off of that area there in the bottoms of these candles. We've already gone through that area. So breaking through, probably a break and retest of 370 as well for a push up. And then we've got this area here, 398 to 400, which is a psychological number for a rejection. Nasdaq's probably similar. So we've got a higher risk rejection here. I'm not quite there yet if we push up to this level, which will be 15,570 area. And then a higher probability rejection will be around this area at 15,800, 15,900 area. So potentially along here for a higher risk rejection back down. But again, a break and retest of this area. So let's just zoom in. So if we can break, retest this area and look for a potential long, and that's at 15,500 through to 15,550 area, this area basically. And finally a bounce area, it's got to be here and here. So these are the higher probability areas. 14A and 14.6 are the two areas to watch for a bounce back up. Okay, that's Nasdaq. And finally we're going to look at oil, and I'll just look at the economic calendar as well. There's a few things to note today. Oil, I did a couple of good trades on oil yesterday, and look at it go. So looking strong, and we talked about this yesterday as well in the pre-market video. Looking for a continuation of this trend up, and we broke it. We probably retested it, pushed through. I went long, I think I went short, and I went long here as well at some point yesterday. And now we're looking at this potential rejection area here. We're coming into it at $83 exactly, and then we could also watch 83.71 to 84, and then 84.40 is the high. So potential we could see a double top around this area, 84 to 84.50. So just put an alert in for that. I want to be there, hopefully pick up the double top. And we've got a rejection area at 84.85, so that's probably coming from the daily or the hourly somewhere on the previous. That's too slow for me just to find it, but there's a level there as well at 80. What did I say it was? 85. Okay, finally the economic calendar. We've had numbers at 8:30 today, so let's go into today. High importance. So we've already had the core PCE and the personal income. So I'm not sure. The market was pretty well. It's in a bit of a down, going a bit down now. But we've also got a few others coming up as well, which are not highest importance, but to be wary of. 9:45 Chicago PMI, and we've had Fed Collins speech at 9, so yeah, that's already gone, and that's probably why we've seen a bit of a push down. And then that's it really, a few lower. So 9:45 to keep an eye out. So if you're in a trade around 9:45, just watch, make sure you got your stops in place. So 9 o'clock was this candle, this red candle. So whatever Fed's Collins said, the market didn't like it very much. Okay, well that's it really. Just quickly recap the levels on the MES, because this is what I'll really be watching today. So we've got a break and retest of 45.31. This level here, pushing up. Potentially it's at the level now for a continuation of the trend, so I'll keep an eye on that when I finish this video. We've got a higher risk bounce at 45.14, which will be this, at the time, potentially a right hand shoulder. We'll see what happens. We could put in another shoulder. And we've got a few high risk areas, but the area I'll be watching will probably be around here at 43.60 and potentially 44.40 this area here, which I didn't mention, that's a higher risk bounce. But if we do come down, we've got a high volume as well, so we will be looking to bounce onto this area of natural high volume because of this volume point of control goes right down the middle of that. So potentially this is a natural barrier we've got here. So these are the areas to watch: 44, 24, 44, 40 area as a potential bounce. And also forgot to mention, we've got the 200 moving average coming in as well. So potentially we could be looking at around 44.39 as a potential bounce area. Okay, hopefully this video is helpful. I'll put my levels in the Discord channel as well, so you don't have to memorise what I've just talked about.